Well, it's grand to finally meet you, Mr. Darwin.
Well, it's lovely to finally meet you too, and please call me Charles.
Thank you so much for joining me today. So, Charles, tell me about yourself.
I was born on February 12th, 1809 in Shrewsbury, England. I was fifth of 6 children of my parents, Robert and Susanna Darwin. But sadly, my mother died in September of 1818 when I was 9.
Well, that is sad to hear. But is it true that you were once going to be a doctor?
Yes! I went to the University of Edinburgh School in October of 1825, but I found lectures and surgery terrible, so I dropped out. And sooner or later I went to the University of Cambridge to become a clergyman.
So what interested you in evolution?
I would have to say my voyage on the HMS Beagle, seeing such creatures of the Galapagos Islands tortoises, and the observation that the same species of tortoises have become so different just by being on different islands. I later learned that this was because of a theory I called survival of the fittest, which simply means when a creature is more fit and better adapted than the rest of the creatures in the same species.
Very interesting. What were the ideas that shaped your thinking?
Well, in 1785, James Hutton proposed that the Earth is shaped by geographical forces that took place over extremely long periods of time, and estimated Earth to be millions, not thousands, of years old. And the same was basically said by Charles Lyell in his book The Principles of Geology in 1833. In 1798, Thomas Malthus wrote his essay on the principle of population that predicts that the human population will grow faster than space and food supplies needed to sustain it. Also, Jean-Baptiste Lamarck's ideas of the inheritance of acquired traits. Though his ideas were flawed, he is one of the first to propose a mechanism explaining how organisms change over time.
Well, I can see that you have various influences to your theories, such as the struggle of existence, survival of the fittest, and the descent of modification. But may I ask a few more personal questions?
Indeed you may!
Well, how did you and your wife, Emma Wedgwood, first meet?
Well, not only is Emma my wife, she is my cousin. So our first meet wasn't romantic at all.
Did you guys have any children?
Yes, indeed. In fact, we had 10 children in total. 2 of the babies died in infancy, and my daughter Annie Elizabeth died at the age of 10.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. It's always hard to lose a child.
Well, thanks for the sympathy. And yes, it is extremely hard. There's never enough time to heal that wound.
Once again, thank you for your time and presence, Mr. Charles Darwin.
And thank you again for having me for an interview.